Hi everybody, welcome to In Spiritual Journey. And today I'm going to talk about a topic that I put on one of my shorts. And it was the 4 stages of spirituality. So of course we already learned that they are victim, which is things happen to me. They are the manifester, and that's things happen by me. Then there's the channeler, that things happen through me. And then as the last one is being conscious, and things happen as me. So the victim, things happen to me. That's all the people that always think everything external is out to get them. You know, they're the victim. Things happen to them. They don't have any play in the situation. They're always the woe is me kind of person, you know. Everything that happens in their life is by other external beings, external situations. It's never anything to do with them. They're always that woe is me victim, you know. And we've all met those kind of people. Everything in their life is not their fault. It's always because of the circumstances, you know. So that's the first stage. That's mostly a lot of the people are the victim stage, right? So then we move to the manifester, which is a lot of people too. They want to manifest things, so they know that they have to do the work to be able to manifest the things they want, right? Then we get into the channeler. So the channeler is the ones that happen through me. So they are more connected to spirit, the universe, you know, whatever they believe in. They know that there's no out to get them kind of stage, that everybody deserves that abundance, and things happen through them if they do the work, right? So if they put out good vibes, they raise their vibration, they take the action and do the work, that things will happen for them. And then being conscious is things happen as me, knowing that as a spiritual being, that you can manifest anything you want, that anything is possible. So you take all the hardships and the challenges, and you use them as lessons, because you know that is part of your journey, and that to get to where you need to be, that's where you have to go through all those things to make you stronger, to make you appreciate things more, to make you grateful, and to use that as a healer. So you are putting it back, you know, you're taking those lessons and those challenges that you've done, and you're using that experience to help others move up the ladder of success and abundance as well. So I just wanted to go in a little more detail about that. I want to start putting out more helpful topics on here. So if you have anything in mind that you'd like to hear about, please let me know, because you know, I'm just starting this. I'm trying to keep up my channel, working full time, and I do want to put that out to the universe, because I think we're all here for a purpose, and that main topic purpose is to help others along the journey, to be of service to others, you know. And some people think of that being of service as like kind of being a slave, or why I'm here for me kind of, and see, that's that victim, or that, you know, maybe manifester, where they're more into their ego. So to know that we are here to help other people, I would love to start putting that out there. Different topics to help along the journey, because let's face it, the spiritual journey, everybody thinks spiritual is like this peace loving, you know, all loving bliss and so good, and you know, some of them think of them as gurus or like crazy or whatever it is. But the spiritual journey is very hard. It is effing hard. I don't want to say that word because I'm trying to be, you know, calm down my sailor mouth. Sometimes us nurses can be like that, like sailors, but you know, to me, they're just kind of words. Of course, you do have to be mindful of how you talk and, you know, put out there, because it's kind of can be disrespectful for others. And that's the thing with life, you know. A lot of people are like, you know, it's my opinion, I don't care who I offend. You know, there's a difference between being authentic and being who you really are, and being truthful, to being disrespectful. So I'm trying to put things out there, because I feel like, you know, that is, you know, it took me all these years to figure that out. And like, I kind of knew that, but your ego kind of gets in the way, right? So I want to put out some messages and topics and things to help, because like I said, the spiritual journey is tough. It is so hard. You know, you got to disconnect from people. Like that ego mind, you always want to be loved and liked. We're social beings. We want that love, right? And we want to be accepted. But there's a fine line between being accepted for people that are going to mistreat you, disrespect you, lower your vibration, keep you in a negative spot, you know, make you feel insecure or your worth. So I want to put out topics that can help you along your journey, because I can tell you, I'm still going through it. Nobody ever gets to the top. You know, there's always lessons to be learned. You can be on a different vibrational element of the scale, and you can also be, manifesting more and have more abundance, but you're always in that spiritual process of learning. None of us are perfect, and we're all working that scale to go up, that pyramid to go up, right? So, and we fluctuate as well, because there's people that are very spiritual and are very abundant that still will feel, that tinge of jealousy or insecurity or whatever it is. If you look at that scale, being conscious is on the top, and then I think it's shame on the bottom is the lowest. So, we all get like that. We all have our moments. We are human beings, right? And we all have an ego. So, some of us have better control of it, but we all have that, and we all slip on that scale. We all go up and down that scale. So I want to put out some more beneficial topics to help people along their journey, because like I said, it's very easy to give up and to feel alone and to struggle and have that darkness, and I want to put stuff out there for you guys. So I thought, telling the different stages, so we all go through those different stages, and if you watch some of the people that are very honest on this spiritual journey or the tarot, they'll be honest with you and say, listen, I was at rock bottom, man, until I had to wake up. We've all been there, whether people want to say it or not, and even those people that might be born with that silver spoon and really abundant in their life, that's had all good, they still have that. They still have insecurities. They still have doubt. They still have fears, right? So don't let anybody ever tell you that. Nobody is different than the other. We all have different life circumstances that we're built into. But honestly, even though it's sad, and I wish everybody was at that place of peace and happiness and abundance and love and all that, what we all deserve. Sometimes I feel like you're given your circumstance in the beginning because it's molding you into what the universe and spirit wants you to go into, and that's the thing. If you sit and take it as like, I can't do things because, my parent was an alcoholic, or, whatever it is. If you stay in that victim mode, you're never going to get to the top of that pyramid. You're never going to get to that top of that abundance, okay? Because you're like already throwing a negative whammy into your life. You got to overcome that. And you can see that in like a lot of different circumstances. There's some people that will have that alcoholic parent, and then they'll be an alcoholic themselves. Because, they go like, that's all I know. My dad was like an alcoholic. Like you'll have two siblings. One will end up being an alcoholic, homeless, struggling through their whole life, bad relationships, losing jobs, never having anything, all that. And then you'll have one that will say, hell no, I'm not going to be that. I see what it did to my dad. So it's all about your perspective and how you handle it. So I do want to start putting out content about this stuff, and I wanted to just go a little more in detail about that. Like I said, I think we all have all 4 stages that we have to move up. First, it's like, well, my circumstances handed me this, so I guess that's my life now. No, you can move out of that, and and then you can go into that manifesting stage and say, you know what, I got to work my ass off. I'm going to get out of this because I'm not going to put up with that, right? And then you get to that channeling stage where you realize, you know what, I think that all these things that I've went through have made me who I am, has molded me to who I am, to use those gifts that I've learned to help other people move up that abundance pyramid, right? And to help other people become at peace and be the best version of themselves as they can. And then you connect and you realize that I am co-creating. I am part of the universe. I am the universe, right? And very interesting, because they can throw you off. I saw this documentary that said I am God, and that's like the topic. And like I really feel like God and the universe are one and the same. I don't really feel like there's a man in the clouds deciding how our lives are going to be, like little puppets. I don't feel like that, or like going to like throw their wrath on us because we did something wrong. I don't feel like that. I think it's all basically the same. Spirit, the universe, God, it's all basically the same. It's the higher consciousness of all of us, and it's all within us. So when you first hear like I am God, it's like, wow, how conceited, or how what's that word? It's conceit. It's feeling like they're narcissistic, like, oh, I am God, No, it's not meaning that. It means that we all have that within us. We are all made of stars. If you look up the contents of a star, it's the same as what we are. Everything is matter. Everything is energy. So we are all in that. So it's just how you use that energy, okay? So anyway, that's my spiel. I just wanted to go through those 4 stages. Like I said, we all go through all 4 of them. different parts of our life, different situations and circumstances of our life, and our perspective and how we feel. So that's why a lot of times you have to let go of stuff, because if it's holding you back and making you feel insecure or that victim mentality, you got to take control of that. And like I said, it is not easy, because sometimes you have to step away and be alone. You have to be alone. You have to let things go. And sometimes as social beings, that is very hard, because we all want that acceptance and love and to be connected to others. So sometimes when we have to pull away, that is very hard. That is very hard. But you have to stay true to who you are, and know that you are part of the universe. You're co-creating, and you are a part of the universe. So you can do this. It's just a different stage of your journey. The wheel of fortune, like that tarot card, is like that cycle. That's why all those cards are lined up about the journey of our life. Every aspect, we've all been all of those cards at one point or another, or a combination. And you just have to stand strong and move through those to get to that point where you are at peace with who you are, at peace with the universe, and accepting and knowing what's important in your life, and use it to your advantage, and to others around you, and to the planet in whole, and all living beings. So anyway, that is my spiel today. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope you are moving along on your journey. I wish you the best. I mean, like I said, you always have to study that darkness. We all have parts of it in us, but you got to be able to use it to your advantage. Use your shadows to your advantage. So anyway, that's my message today. I wish you the best. Lots of love, peace, happiness. Namaste.